So before we dive in, Frank, this is one vote from Hall of Famers, past winners, and each of us.
Correct.
As a marketing person who's trying to think about, okay, which customers should I target? Where should I spend my money? I'm less interested in just raw volume because, like, yes, if we have the most customers in Spain, that's where we make the most money. I'm really interested in where can I deploy the next dollar to have the greatest return, and that's where he really focused on the success rates. So I loved that.
She was in my top handful too, because she was one of the few who really focused on the recommendation and the narrative of the report, which I liked.
One thing I did want to add about Peter's submission, and we don't see it here obviously because it was part of his LinkedIn post, but I did like that he did get kind of a tutorial on how he did this with Python and Power BI.
I really liked her approach with that, like first of all, grouping food, so like meat, fish, fruit, sweets, and then comparing that to wine, and kind of leveraging that to say, like, okay, we know people are buying a ton of wine, focus it on those, and like give them some kind of discount towards buying food when they do so, to make sure you bump up the sales on those as well.
There's basically one component to this dashboard that really stuck out, and I would put this in like a category where it's like, awesome start, let's dig in further from here, right? And it's really the bar chart with the heat map visual on the top left here, right?
He focused on two things that I think a lot of people didn't. He said, okay, who's already in this really loyal group? And then also, who do I think I can move from like the tertiary into the loyalty group? And he focused on success rates of campaigns. So he's, as a marketing person, you're trying to find, if I have $1 to spend, where am I likely to get success? And he actually addressed that. So I really liked this one too.
My rationale was I tried to wear kind of a client hat through this, and this was one example where I could pick this up on my own and make it all the way through, understand the importance of each piece of information, and still get to an outcome that me as a client with a budget would have the ability to react to something that was actionable, right? Like, I can make the decision or not make the decision based on the analyst's recommendation. And I was able to follow that through clearly on my own.
I actually think his recommendation was the strongest from a marketing analytics standpoint, where he kind of took it, I think, a step further than anyone else did, and recommend, A/B testing, recommend segmentation, and I think there are a few other very interesting points of feedback and recommendation that I could actually see an analytics group or a marketing agency bring to a client in a real world scenario. So I actually really like that.
Yeah, I agree. I like this one a lot as well. It was funny because I was reading through some of these recommendations. I was like, oh, this sounds like the stuff we used to talk about back, like agency days, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like I got the most positive feedback from everyone and the most amount of dwell time on both Neil and Vincent.
Should we do secret ballot and see where we land?
I think so. I think we should.
I don't even know who to.
All right, everyone get a piece of paper.
We should play the Jeopardy final Jeopardy theme music during this.
Yeah. All right. Has everyone written down their vote?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Hold it up on 3. 1, 2, 3. Neil, Vincent.
Vincent. It's a tie.
Hey, Frank, pull yours back. Who'd you vote for?
Was it really?
Yeah, it's Neil.
Is it Neil?
Neil. 3 to 3.
3 to 3.
Great.
Oh man. Okay.
They brought two for the winner.
We could do 2. We could literally just say, it was a dead tie when we voted, and we think they both deserve to win.
Well, it's decided. 2 winners. 2 winners to this challenge. I love it.